Welcome back to Better Than Fiction with Jeanette and Eden. April is done, on to May, spring, crappy weather.
I don't know, yesterday was really nice.
Yesterday was really nice,
But we were
but
inside.
it's a lot of wind.
I'm okay with wind.
Okay, well,
Better than humidity and stagnancy.
that's true. It's not coming our way.
Right.
For my TBR number, I read Counting by Sevens by Holly Goldberg Sloan. I went into this thinking it was going to be a story about discovering you're neurodivergent, but it ended up not being that at all. It ended up being a story about grief. She unexpectedly lost both of her parents at the same time in a car accident, and then was thrown into a totally different schedule that she's used to and routine, breaking, which is something she doesn't like. So she had met two people at the right time, and they kind of took her under their wings, and kept her from being tossed around through the foster system and all of that. And it's a sweet little story about a ragtag group of people coming together for the better.
And it is juvenile.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be noted.
Yes, yeah.
And it would be a wonderful book if you have a juvenile reader.
Yeah, yep. I really enjoyed it. Then, I did not read local author. I just didn't. But I did read a graphic novel. I read Cat Plus Gamer. It's a manga series. This is volume 5. We didn't have 5, 6, or 7, so we got those in, so I was able to kind of catch up to the series. It is about a businesswoman who acquires a cat, and she views it as more of like a game style, so she has fun teaching the cat tricks, so she thinks it's leveling up, and it's pretty cute, pretty funny. The cats are absolutely chaotic. In this one, she gets a second cat, so the chaos doubles and everything. The cat zoomies are perfectly displayed, and yeah, it's just a cute, sweet, quirky little tale.
Leveling Up sounds like it would be great for this summer reading
Yeah,
program.
I would agree.
Whether you're an adult or kid,
Yeah.
just come on in. That sounds like it'd be the perfect
Series yeah.
for the summer.
Yep.
For adults, I do want to reiterate that
Yeah.
that is in the adult collection, not the juvenile collection.
Yes.
Too.
Yep. But yeah, that's really all I got up to. I didn't read too much this month, so.
No, but what you did share with me was that you were format specific
I was
for whatever
right.
for whatever reason this month.
I've noticed this about myself. Since having a baby, I only want to do audiobooks, or I only want to do physical copies, or I only want to do digital. So I'm in that digital realm right now, so it's been a lot of Kindle Unlimited and that kind of thing. Though Libby did just give me James on audiobook this morning.
It's so good on audio.
I will be doing that too. So
Because I think if you had James is a fantastic novel,
Yeah.
but it was even better in audio.
yeah, you had said that. So it finally came up on my Libby. So I will get to that as well. So maybe I'll have a format switch again. But yeah, so I just
That was interesting.
physical books just haven't.
I
been
have a
falling my
genre.
way.
Usually it's
Yeah.
genre or type. I usually don't have. Now I don't know if I've ever had just a format obsession for a month.
It's been
you
a
know.
format thing for me lately. Yeah, and it's been strictly digital. So it's like, yeah.
Well, I finished all my TBR stuff and the book prompt. I read Ashley Paulson's Weekend Girlfriend. Just a fun, sweet romance.
Yeah.
It's an easy read, and if you're into just, kind of made me feel like the Harlequins,
Okay. Yeah.
with a hint of a little more, but, it was fun. It was just an easy read.
Cool.
So I do recommend that. And then my TBR was A Star Called Henry by Roddy Doyle. Some of you may remember Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt, which I had to realize just how long ago it was super popular. It was a memoir and a book written with a lot of empathy and beautiful words, because he wrote, in honor of his mother.
Sure.
and everything she went through in Ireland at a time when Ireland was very gritty in the 50s and the 60s with the IRA and all these other things happening. Well, we're going to go to the other end of the spectrum with Roddy Doyle. It's super gritty. It is not pretty. It's fair to truth on hunger and poverty and the lack of family connections because they've been scattered or worried about their political leanings. He really holds it to truth, though this is a fiction novel. Takes place in the 20s, so it's when it's really starting to ramp up between the factions in Ireland. I went, wow, right after I read The Colony, which was a book club book, which also deals with the shootings and the killings in some different kinds of format with The Colony. Audrey McGee wrote that book. So it was like, wow, this book right after that book, I did not mean for that to happen. Obviously, we picked the numbers, but it was quite the space to be in.
Yeah.
And I decided to put this down for a while, and it was almost, then I was able to finish it after I just kind of needed to take a break from the dark Irish
Sure.
writing in that space. While this one was not on my TBR, I was really excited to get this book in. The Birdhouse, I think the cover's lovely. This is the volcano in which this particular hotel is at the base of. In a random, very tiny, very isolated Central American community. It's interesting because it doesn't have a plot, per se.
Okay.
It is a book of everyday events and people you meet every day and the impacts they make in this absolutely lush setting. Beautiful, beautiful writing and description. I was kind of wondering how it was going to end, but shockingly, I was really surprised that she brought the book around to the first page. Beautiful writing, and it was it was just a really perfect ending for a really interestingly written novel.
Yeah.
So I do recommend The Bird Hotel by Joyce Maynard. It'll be perfect for if you're sitting out on your deck and not wanting to have to think super hard, but just want to get lost somewhere interesting with interesting people. You can do this. This is a vacation while not leaving home.
Yeah. Cool.
Kind of thing. So that's what I've been doing. I've also been listening to a bunch of audio because I've been doing some other things. So audio has been the name of my game.
That's our format recently.
I guess it has been. When you're busy doing other things and you still want to read,
Yep.
you know,
It's a good
it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Alrighty, well, our next TBR number
Okay, is
maybe
2.
number 2.
Number 2. I think I'm heading to World War I or World War II. I can't remember which world war, but dealing with that, I'm going to be reading Maud's Line by Margaret Verbaal. It's a British writer.
Okay. I'll be reading Big Finish by Brooke Fossey.
Okay.
Nice. And our book prompt.
All right. Are we
Da-da-da-da-da.
a cozy fantasy? Do they?
Think like lattes and Emily Wilde and
Okay, Emily Wilde is at least on my list.
what else?
I wasn't a fan of the latte one.
There's
you know.
another tea shop one that's
Oh,
I've
that's
seen.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you what it's called, but there's another one. That's not with the Legends of Latte. It's like separate.
Yeah, but the Emily Wilde books, you had recommended them, and
too.
they're just beautiful books. So I kind of want to, touch them because they're beautiful. I don't tend to read cozy.
Yeah.
That is more out of my box
Cool.
than Nightwife.
Yeah,
I don't
usually
tend to
do
read a lot of.
High fantasy, big.
Yeah,
Big
epic
scale.
fantasy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
read epic fantasy.
So it'll be nice to kind of do a slower pace.
Will be.
Maybe.
We'll see.
All right. Cool. Well, that's what you got for May.
All right. Well, happy reading.
reading.
Don't forget to sign up for summer reading
Yes.
for all ages this year.
Yeah.
I will say that we've come up with some really fun activities. Go check them out on our marketing, or Eden's done a fantastic job. So please join us this summer and level up your reading.
Yes.
And join us for all those fun activities.